James had always loved the forest. Every morning, he walked through the towering trees, feeling the crisp air on his skin. But one day, his peaceful routine was shattered. As he stepped over a fallen log, he heard a weak cry. He followed the sound and found a young deer lying on the forest floor, its body trembling. A deep wound in its side revealed a cruel truth. Someone had shot it with an arrow. James's heart clenched. Who could be so heartless? Without hesitation, he knelt beside the deer. Its dark eyes, filled with fear and pain, met his, and in that moment, he knew he couldn't leave it there. Gently, he lifted the fragile creature into his arms and carried it home. Back at his cabin, James carefully removed the arrow and cleaned the wound. The deer struggled at first, but exhaustion soon took over. He stayed up all night, watching over his new patient, whispering soft words of comfort. Days passed. The deer, whom he named Ash, slowly regained its strength. At first, Ash refused to eat, but James patiently fed it by hand. Each day, he watched as its frail body grew stronger, as fear in its eyes turned to trust. One evening, as James sat on his porch, Ash stepped beside him, nuzzling his arm. He knew the time was near. The deer belonged to the wild, and no matter how much he had grown attached, he had to let it go. The next morning, James led Ash back to the forest. The deer hesitated, looking back at him one last time before bounding into the trees. James smiled, a bittersweet ache in his chest. Months later, as he walked through the woods again, he felt something brush against him. Turning, he saw Ash standing there, healthier than ever, staring at him with the same deep eyes. Then, with a flick of its tail, the deer disappeared once more into the wilderness. James chuckled. Some bonds, he realized, could never be broken.